Hello and welcome to Freestyle. Today I'm going to be giving a makeover to a piece of decor in my home. And as you can see, it's already done. Well, you can't really see it yet. But anyway, first let's go check out what we started with. So this is an elephant on a canvas. And I actually got this as a kit a few years ago, and it came with 4 markers, hence the 4 colors, and just the outline of an elephant. And I got to color it in. It was pretty nice, it was pretty fun, but over time the color has kind of faded, and it's just not as vibrant as it was before, so I decided to give it a makeover today. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply a layer of white paint to the canvas, and I'm doing this for 2 reasons. The first one being that it's easier to paint over colors that are a bit lighter, and since a lot of these colors are pretty bold, I was worried that I was going to have to do a lot more coats of paint to get a nice deep color on top of these, so the white is just going to dull them out a bit. And the second reason is that this canvas was not made to be painted on, so I just want to see how well the paint sticks. And everything is going great until this happens. So apparently the markers, or specifically the pink marker, decided to leak everywhere and it dyed all of the paint pink. And I got really stressed for a minute. I put my hand into it and it just got really crazy, but I decided to go with it, and in the end it just turned out fine. I just went back and put some white over the pink parts. So after that, I'm going to mix up my colors. And my original idea was to mix up 4 colors, since the original design had 4 colors. And I ended up with these. And these were just so dull and so boring that I knew I had to make some new colors. So I ended up with 6 colors instead of 4, but I am a lot happier with these than the original ones. So after that, I just got straight to painting, and this took a long time, like a long time, because I had to go over each and every little detail and part of the elephant and paint it, and it was pretty fun, but it did take forever. And one thing I would like to note is that I am using affordable paint for this project, and the thing with affordable paint is that it doesn't have great coverage, which basically means that it's kind of translucent. So to fix that, I just went over every single area a couple times to make the color a lot more bold, and that fixed it completely and had no other problems with the paint. So after painting and painting and painting and painting, I finally finished, and I'm pretty happy with it. It has a nice bold color everywhere, and the colors go together as well, and so I'm ready to move on to the next step. And that is the background. So for the background, I want it to be a purple background with a gradient that's darker near the elephant and then just gets lighter as it goes out. And the only problem I had with this was that I was using acrylic paint, and acrylic paint dries out really quickly, so it's pretty hard to blend it together and make a gradient from it. But all I did was I used a lot of paint, and that gave me more time to work with it, and it didn't dry as fast, and eventually I ended up with this, and I am beyond pleased with it. There are still a few streaks, but I just feel like that adds to the look of the elephant, and the gradient is honestly one of my favorite parts of this. Okay, so the last and final step for this makeover is the outline of the elephant. And for the outline, I'm going to be using gold paint, and I'm putting my paint inside of a piping bag and cutting the tip off really tiny, because the outlines are really thin in most places, and using a paintbrush is going to be too difficult. So instead, I'm going to use this piping bag, and it's going to give me a lot more control. And with that, I'm just going to go slowly all around the elephant and then all the way inside and outline every single segment of the elephant. As a finishing touch, I'm just going to be adding a layer of glaze on top of the elephant to protect the paint from fading over time. And just like that, we are done. I am really happy with how this makeover turned out, and let me know in the comments below what you think of it, but I think it's a huge upgrade from before. And also, if for some reason you don't have a giant elephant on a giant canvas in your home, I really hope that you could still just apply some of these ideas to some other piece of decor, because when I look around my house now, I just see a lot of potential just to change the colors of something or just anything to make it your own. And also, if you do decide to give a makeover to something in your home, please do check out the description, because I left a lot of other tips and tricks in there that I wasn't able to cover in the video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to keep smiling.